Hello. Good evening, Dominion Band family. Tonight we would like to welcome you to our final band concert of the year.
And for us seniors, the last concert ever.
Our theme for tonight is Shut Up and Dance With Me. So please, shut up your cell phones and your flash photography and get ready to dance with us. Are you ready to get your groove on? I can't hear you! And now let's welcome the Dominion Jazz Band!
Alrighty, yes, and welcome to our spring concert, a little postponed. Thank you guys so much for your flexibility. I hope you enjoyed our first number, Jungle Boogie, kind of kick us off to have a really great concert that's all celebrating dance. A big thank you to our senior ladies that helped us introduce the concert this evening. I'm really excited to be presenting a wide variety of music for you guys this evening, but also some really fun and exciting tunes for you to listen to. I hope you enjoyed that one. The jazz band has been working hard on that. We premiered that a few weeks ago at a prep rally, and then just recently we performed that at the community art sale that we had on May 21st. That featured soloist Ariane Pondi on tenor saxophone, Matthew Pissarro on trumpet, Josh Byers on piano, and also Andy Evatt on the alto saxophone. Let's give them another round of applause. Oh yes, also too, thank you. We had a student director for that piece, TJ Hillman, who was helping me out. Truthfully, I just really wanted to play trumpet on the piece because it's so much fun. And so TJ was very eager to get up and help the ensemble. And actually, when we premiered this piece with the group back at the pep rally, I was actually not in town because I was off at Allstate with a few of our members that you'll hear about later on in the program this evening. So TJ was really eager to help out, and he really did a nice job with corralling the students there, and they really trusted him to do what was right. So congratulations to TJ on that as well. We got one more number for you with the jazz band that's sure to be a crowd favorite. This is Earth, Wind, and Fire Dance Mix. One more round of applause for the jazz band. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I was. I mean, I can't help but dance. It's like really exciting. Thank you, jazz bands. All right, we are going to transition over to the next portion of our concert. We're going to need about 5 minutes here to get this set up. As you can tell, with dance, we have something really exciting for you. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Alrighty, big thank you to our stage crew for helping us get that set up. So before I bring these guys out here, I actually forgot, I need to recognize two of our amazing jazz students who were qualified and auditioned and were accepted into the 2022 All-District Jazz Band. You got to hear one of them perform a solo this evening, Aryan Pandi on the tenor saxophone. He placed second in the district and performed with the All-District Jazz Band. And we also had Ailey Macmillan, who is our drum set player. She also placed second in the district and played with the jazz band. That was back in April. So how about a big round of applause? Thank you so much for their amazing contribution. But also too, for representing Dominion at the district level. There were only about 5 schools, and there's like 16, I think, total in Loudoun County. And only 5 schools had representation at this event, and Dominion was one of them. And we were lucky enough to have 2 of our students that were represented at that event. So a big thank you to them for their hard work and for representing us at that event. Alrighty, so you're probably like, what in the world is going on up here? Got a bar, I mean, I get it, it's dance, but like, what is going on? So, be truthful with you. We planned to do this piece back for the winter concert, but unfortunately I made a mistake. And when I went to order the piece, I ordered all of the, accoutrement that you can see right here, but I did not actually order the music. So I thought that it all went together. I thought I bought this huge package with all the things that you're about to see that they need in order to perform this piece. But it turns out I didn't. So I needed a way to perform this piece because I know that you guys are going to really, really enjoy it, and the students have really enjoyed putting it together for you too. So we're going to have a little bit of Christmas in June, and I feel like that's always welcome, right? I feel like we can always use a little bit of Christmas joy any time of the year. So presenting for the very first time ever, I am happy to introduce to you the Dominion High School Ballet Troupe. One more round of applause just for them to have the courage to come up here and do that. They may deny it, but I know that they really did enjoy doing that, especially when the boys put on the tutu for the first time. It was done. They were ready. And of course, the tutu was required on my end. If we're going to be ballerinas, we've got to do the tutus, right? Also, I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I was like, how are we going to have a dance concert without some form of dance? And I thought that was a great way for us to incorporate that into our concert. Bear with us. We have a small transition now to get to our concert band portion of this evening. We'll be starting off the event with the concert band. So concert band, you guys can head on down. We'll be with you in about 10 minutes. Thank you. Everyone, let's put our hands together for the Dominion High School Concert Band. Our first selection was entitled Urban Dances, and hopefully you kind of got a scene of like some various parts of the city. I think that's kind of like the analogy that we kind of came up together with. It has like different aspects of really aggressive moments and then some very lyrical moments. And if you couldn't tell, that was by far the most challenging thing that I put in front of these students this year. And it definitely was something that we were working towards throughout this last part of our year, which I've really enjoyed. A large majority of these students are underclassmen in this group, and a lot of them will be joining the Wind Symphony next year, where we are losing quite a lot of seniors. And that piece really demonstrated their work ethic. And I was really, really proud of how much they persevered and worked through those challenging licks that I don't think that they would have been able to tackle at the beginning of this year, but they have really grown as young musicians, and I am extremely proud of the progress that they have shown throughout this year. I wanted to just take a moment to recognize two of our freshman students here in the flute section who, at the very last minute, were thrown a solo, which we turned into a duet, on them. Unfortunately, one of our senior members of the flute section fell ill yesterday and is unable to be at the concert, and obviously had a huge solo at the beginning of the piece that started. And I told our two students, Sebastian and Ian, yesterday at the rehearsal, be ready, it might be you tomorrow. And lo and behold, it was. And they worked tirelessly. I think, what time did you guys show up today after school? Like 5:30, and they played it, I don't know, close to 50 times, practicing right before they had their concert this evening. And I'm just exceptionally proud of their hard work and their dedication to the program, and to be put in a position like that, and they rose to the occasion as opposed to crumbling. I'm just so proud of them, and really, really proud of Sebastian and Ian for that. And then another really, really fantastic part about that last piece is that we got to feature one of our senior members in the trumpet section, Ryan Elber, who I have had the pleasure of knowing, I might get emotional, sorry, for 5 years now. And when I met Ryan, nowhere was he ever ready to play a solo. He hated playing by himself in general. And just the amount of progress that Ryan has shown over these past 5 years. I got to work with him not only with DMT, our marching band, but now in the concert band setting too in the high school. And he's truly, truly grown, not only as a musician, but as a young man. And I'm just exceptionally proud of all of his progress too. So a big round of applause for Ryan Elber. Our next selection for you is entitled A Little Tango Music, and it's like 3 vignettes of some various styles of tango. And again, this was another challenge piece for our students because we're playing in different time signatures that they're not used to. And again, a lot of solo opportunities for our performers. This piece is normally performed by more like professional ensembles or top performing ensembles in the high school or the collegiate setting. And I actually sight-read this piece with the Wind Symphony thinking that it might be a good piece for them to add to their program. But I put it in front of these guys, and although it took some work to get there, they've really, again, risen to the occasion and brought this piece to life. Entitled A Little Tango Music by Adam Korb. I hope you enjoy our next selection. before we close out the concert band portion of our concerts, I want to recognize the senior members of our concert band. This will be their last time performing with the Dominion Band program. I hope that they go on and continue and perform with their groups, even if it's just in a small capacity at their colleges. Some of them are, some of them aren't. Parents give them a hard time if they aren't, they're gonna meet people. I mean, it's not that bad, right? But we have in the wind section here, unfortunately unable to be with us this evening, we have Ben Coppage on the flute, and we're gonna clap for every single one of them because they deserve it, right? So Ben Coppage on the flute. We have Ryan Elber on the trumpet. You can stand up there. We have Declan Hepburn on the trombone. And in the percussion section, we have Leon Urbaniak. Wave at Leon. We have Carter Gill in the percussion section as well. Heidi Moser, who's joined us back this year in the percussion section. We have Baroon, whose last name starts with A, and I don't want to butcher it. So Baroon in the percussion section. I think it's Adakari, am I right? Adakari? Okay, I did have it right, sorry. And that's it. One more round of applause for the class of 22 of the concert band. Our last piece is entitled Where the Wild Things Dance, and this one by far I think is their most the most enjoyable for them because they were able to excel at it quickly, but also it's very, very groovy. So they enjoyed running through this multiple times before we prepared this for you this evening. So to finish off the concert band portion of our concert, our last piece is entitled Where the Wild Things Dance. I hope you enjoy. Alrighty, bear with us. We got one more transition, and then we're heading into the Wind Symphony portion of the concert. And in about 10 minutes, I'll see you again with the Wind Symphony. Thank you. Alrighty, so before we get started with the Wind Symphony, we actually have a special performance from one of our senior French horn members, and he's going to be playing a piece for you that is kind of dancey. It's by Bach, so it was dancey for them back in the day. But in order to see him, I got to turn the lights on. There we go, perfect. There he is. I want to say hi, Alex, or give him a round of applause. The reason why we're going to be featuring Alex this evening is because Alex was selected to be a member of the All-State Band, which is the highest honor that you can receive as a student in a public school. Well, they also take private students too, but as a high school band student in Virginia, the highest honor is making it into the All-State Band. We had 2 students that made it into the ensemble. I'll be talking about the other one here in just a little bit, but Alex is going to be performing for us a piece by Bach, and he's going to tell you the title, because I don't know it off the top of my head.
I'm actually not playing a piece by Bach. Playing a piece by Charles Gounod. It's one of his 6 melodies for horn, and it's the Larghetto.
Give it up for Alex Rakowski. Thank you, Alex. And now, Wind Symphony. Take about a few minutes right now, get yourself warmed up, and we will join you in just a few minutes. Minion Wind Symphony. First piece they performed for you this evening was entitled Choreography by Robert Sheldon. Obviously, choreography is the synchronized dancing that goes with music, so I thought that'd be a great way for them to introduce the concert. They deemed that piece the, what was it, like the advanced middle school, or like the, they said it was too easy for them, which I agreed, it was like definitely achievable, but I love the energy that it gives off, and I, obviously, as you can tell, really enjoyed conducting that for them and love working with them and making so much great music. It's been such a pleasure. Many of these students I've known for, what is it, half a decade now. That sounds a little more epic, right? So I'll say that. Half a decade I've been knowing them, and it's been my honor to work with them, and it's gonna be an emotional evening for me for sure. But I look forward to celebrating this final concert with a large number of seniors in this group. This next piece is far different than the piece that you just heard. Probably one of the most challenging pieces that they have on their program this evening, Symphonic Dance Number 3, Fiesta by Clifton Williams. This is a concert band staple. It is one of the most well-known, or one of the well-known band pieces that was written in the it was actually written in like the 20th century, but coupled with, I think these seniors, if they were members of the Wind Symphony, their freshman year, they played probably the most profound piece of literature, Lincolnshire Posy, and this piece is right up there in terms of popularity with the band community. So Symphonic Dance Number 3, Fiesta, as you can imagine, a little bit of a Mexican dance for you, and we've really enjoyed putting this one together for you. We have a lot of interpretation that we've taken, and they've had a really great time just expanding their musical vocabulary. So without further ado, here's Symphonic Dance Number 3, Fiesta. I might have just lost like 12 pounds of sweat. So fun, so much fun. Again, we had many soloists throughout that piece, but there's one in particular that I would like to recognize. It just so happens to be a trumpet again. I don't have favorites, okay? It just happened to be a trumpet. We had two trumpet soloists in that piece. Alex Foster, who's been our in-resident solo performer, he wants to be clapped for. So clap for him. Nina, sit down. You did your own. Yes, we're so proud of Alex. He also had a solo in the first piece as well. But Miss Nina Peterson, who, let's clap for her now. For those of you who don't know Nina, she's probably one of the most humble people you will ever meet. She takes zero credit for anything, even when it's her idea, even when she puts forth all the effort and energy. And the amount of growth, as well as Ryan, that she has shown on the trumpet in her 5 years, from going to 8th grade all the way to 12th grade, has been immense. And the amount of leg pulling that I had to do to get her to play a solo at a concert was so much. And the fact that she was able to come out here and do it, and she did a phenomenal job. I am just, again, so immensely proud of her progress and her growth, not only as a musician, but as an individual. Congratulations, Nina. I am so proud of you. I've trained them well. They care about what I look like, so there's one thing. Our next piece is actually a feature piece. It's very common, you guys will recognize this, but I wanted to have an opportunity to recognize one of our students who has been just a tremendous addition to the Dominion program, a constant in my life here in the Dominion program, but also, again, a very humble musician who doesn't get enough recognition for that. Our senior drum major this year at Thurvis Opera, first of his kind, would be the only drum major of the Dominion Marching Titans, leading the group to their most successful season in school history. And he has worked exceptionally hard to make this performance for you truly amazing. This is not actually a solo piece. I bought it and I was like, I want a Thurva to make this a solo piece. So he had one that he had found online, and he's kind of moved things around and made it work for us for this piece here. And I'm really excited to not only feature one of our seniors at Thurvis Opera, but also for you to enjoy this wonderful piece, Waltz Number 2 by Shostakovich. a big congratulations to Athurva on all his accomplishments, not only on this stage, but out on the field and also in the halls of Dominion High School. He will be remembered, I'm sure, for quite some time after he leaves us. Everyone, Athurva Southbrand. Now, although, yes, that was a feature for Athurva, we also had another student in there who had a solo for the very first time this year, and I have to recognize them for all of their tremendous efforts for the band program here, being committed to many different ensembles, but also to being a constant for the trombone section. Russell Murphy was featured on the trombone in that piece, and I think, was this your first solo in your college, your like high school and middle school career, right? Probably. We are so exceptionally proud of Russell Murphy. Everyone give a big round of applause to Russell. Alrighty, this is where we get to the emotional part that I'm dreading. And then I'm also going to be recognizing many seniors that are in this group, but I just want to share kind of our journey together. So 5 years ago, I moved up to Loudoun County and took a job at Seneca Ridge Middle School. This was the first middle school I had taught at. Before moving up here, I taught at a high school in Virginia Beach, Ocean Lakes High School. Funny enough, I took over for Mr. Schiffler, who used to teach here. He taught at Ocean Lakes, and then I took his job after him. And then he moved on and went to Freedom, a little closer to where he built a new home, and I took over after him too. So it's just a tradition. So whenever he leaves Freedom, I guess that's where I'm going next. But when I came up here, I had no experience teaching middle school aside from, you know, the experience you get when you're in college called student teaching, which, you know, was obviously very helpful, but never prepares you for the real deal. And the seniors that you see in this group now were the 8th grade class when I first started. And to say that we started off on a rough patch is like quite an understatement, right? I believe like within the first 2 weeks of school, I told them, I said, all right, we're done. Pack it up. Everyone get out a piece of paper, and you need to write down for me what it means to have good rehearsal etiquette. And I distinctly remember Declan refusing to do it, and I had to, I think Miss Smith ended up calling his mom because I wasn't ready to do that. I was like, no, it's fine, it's okay. But I just remember kind of starting off and like didn't know how to approach building a relationship with these younger students, because I wanted to obviously be a source of, you know, authority for them, but also to guide them and let them love music. And I think over that year, as we broke each other's walls down, we started to form this relationship that, I mean, I literally cannot imagine being at Dominion without these guys, because they've been here the entire time. So to this senior class, the people who I feel I've started my journey at Dominion, and now your time is ending and I continue on, I want you to know what an impact you have had on me in my career, but also as an individual coming up here and not having much experience and learning how to do that with you. So special, and I cannot thank you all enough for being not only patient with me, but for really working through all of my oddities, which I know that I have a lot of, right? But most importantly, for us to build this relationship that I feel is so strong with so many of these seniors, that I look forward to being part of their lives beyond this concert and beyond the next few weeks when they walk across the stage. I know that they are going to be a constant in my life and a huge influence on the Dominion Band program, and I just could not be more thankful for them, and also the parental support that you guys provide, because I know that it takes an army in order for a band program to function, and it has been truly my honor to work with the class of 2022. So please give a round of applause to them as a whole. And for anything, for the perseverance of dealing with me and learning to, you know, cope with all of my weirdness, which I was explaining before. Alrighty, we are going to recognize a lot of seniors, and I look forward to you giving them a thunderous applause every single time that I say one of them. There are so many. I might forget some of you, so don't let me do that. But we're gonna start working our way from front to back. When I call your name, guys, please stand up, acknowledge the applause, and we will try to move through this quickly. In the flute section, we have Jack Francis. Playing the piccolo for the Wind Symphony, we have Haley Koo. Playing the bassoon and the contrabassoon, we have Lauren Parks. And also playing the bassoon, her sister Lily Parks. I want you all to know, it did take me 5 years to distinguish the two of them, but now I feel we know it, and we got it. We got this system now, and we feel really good about it, and I appreciate them for always being so patient with me when I would mix up their names, which happened very often. Moving through this front row here, we have Martin D'Souza on the clarinet. We have Jad Betas on the percussion, who started on trombone and moved to percussion. We also have Ailey McMillan in the percussion section. Moving into the clarinet section again, we have Daria Kerr, clarinet. We have Zaina Taraptor, also on the clarinet. In the saxophone section, we have Zachary Heifetz. And also in the saxophone section, playing tenor saxophone, we have Gabe Cruz. And in the French horn section, we have Hannah Kerr. And also in the French horn section, we have Alex Rutkowski. In the trumpet section, he joined us last year from South Lakes, and he endured probably the hardest year of everyone's life, distance learning, and he stuck through, and we are so happy to have David Perez, I want to say Ramirez, but that's wrong, Rivera on the trumpet. We also have in the trumpet section Ava Getlinger. Is that right? I think she will forever, ever be, cursed with everyone messing up their name. Even her own teachers. At senior night, we had, what was your name, Ava? She doesn't want to talk about it. She doesn't want to talk about it. I'm sorry, Peter. I love you. Moving down, we have Nina Peterson on the trumpet. Yeah. Also in the trumpet section, our final trumpet is Alex Foster. In the trombone section, we have Russell Murphy. In our euphonium section, we have Atharva Sapre. And for our tubas, we have Declan Hepburn. And yes, that is true. Declan learned how to play the trombone for us this year in the concert band because he was not able to work out this class in his schedule because he goes to the academies. So he picked up a new instrument for us, and he has been a really tremendous support for our younger members in the concert band most of the time. And obviously joins us with the tuba after school for the Wind Symphony. And finishing off our wind section, we have Aiden Stubing on the tuba. And I believe actually our two percussionists that are seniors are actually featured in this next piece, so they're up here. So that is all of our seniors. Just to give you some perspective, can all the seniors please stand that are in this group? Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2022 and the Dominion Wind Symphony. Alrighty, We have one more piece for you, and I know this is kind of like I should have done this earlier, but I need to do this because it's such a huge honor. Like I said earlier, we have one other student that was accepted into the All-State Band this year, and they found out actually the day before I got a phone call from the president of VBODA, and he said, "Hey, your oboe player, are they ready?" And I was like, "For what?" Like, to come to All-State. There's been Katie qualified as the first alternate, so she was, I think it was 6th in the state on the oboe. And unfortunately, one of the oboists fell ill or had an emergency and they weren't able to attend. And Katie, being the first alternate, was able to sneak in there and perform with the All-State Band. So let's recognize Katie Little for all of their hard work and for being recognized as an All-State performer. Alrighty, and to close off our concert this evening, we have a school favorite, Arabesque by Samuel Hazo. We made a few additions. We've made a few edits to it so that it kind of fits in our theme a little bit more. But I'm very, very excited to play this piece. It also features one of our senior flute members, Jack Francis, on the flute, who he is doing such an exceptional job on this opening solo. But before I let you all go, I do want to remind you that at the end of the concert this evening, I do need help from all of our band students on getting the entire stage cleared, because most of us will not be here tomorrow because we are taking a little spring trip to Busch Gardens with a large amount of our students, and we are unable to leave anything here because I do not want anyone else to have to clean up after us. So parents, I appreciate your patience. All of our students are going to be working hard to get everything cleared off of the stage this evening. It should take a grand total of 15 minutes if everyone puts in a little bit of sweat, and you are more than welcome to come up and help them too. Since you had the easy job tonight, you just got to listen and enjoy. They're sweating up here. I'm not kidding. It's very, very hot. So without further ado, our final piece for the evening, Arabesque by Samuel Hazo.